it's hard for men to leave their woman. This has been shown throughout history and stats, from divorce and just breaking up. Even myself, personal experience, it's harder for me to leave a woman. I would prefer the woman to leave me, especially if I love her. Now, obviously, everybody has their breaking point, and that's to also be acknowledged. But a man that's saying, hey, look, year one, maybe, and a lot of times it doesn't happen in year one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Year one was perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Year two is perfectly fine. Year three, things are a little rocky. And now she's asking, where are we going with this relationship? Now I'm adding layers. But the question that then ends up happening once the relationship starts getting serious is, where is it going? Where's the direction?
I feel like I'm thinking the same thing because we're so stuck on the fact that it was 5 years spent in the relationship. But that doesn't mean that all 5 years we were trying to figure out like what we were going to do. We could have had the best first 3 years. And maybe on the fourth year, we started getting a little rocky. And we spent that last year trying to see what we were going to do. So we ended up deciding that, after a year of trying to figure stuff out and going, like having our highs and lows, that we were just going to end it because at this point, we're wasting time.
That's very reasonable. That's 1,000% reasonable the first time around.
Yeah.
But to repeat that is
consistently,
where, like, I'm confused. At what point is it your fault? At what point are you allowing this to continue, like, happening?
Well, that's when I agree with Rico on saying that you got to look inward on what you might be doing wrong. Because, and I'm not saying that she is the problem, because she's probably just unlucky.
Probably never did
it probably
anything
really only happened to her twice, and she's thinking God hates me. But, sometimes you do have to look inward and say, well, what is it about me that, doesn't really get to that point with the relationship that I'm in? Am I doing good grooming for this, for this person that I'm with? Is it just like my personality? Do I have like certain ways about me that makes me not be the wife kind of type? You got to ask yourself those questions.
This is the thing. There are people that are in long-term relationships and they realize, I don't think I want to be with that person. And they'll stay in that relationship and know they don't.
Because they invested so much time?
They invest time and whatever. Sometimes, to make the decision to marry somebody is not 1, 2, 3 for most people. And sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm just comfortable just chilling with this person until I finish my degree, until I get out of this career.
But you know what?
I get out of this.
You know what about that is like when you finally decide to get out of that relationship that you just felt so comfortable in. You didn't really want to be with that person, but you guys just invested so much time and you're just comfortable. When you get into that new relationship and it's just so much more different, there's so much love there. You guys are in love. You guys are a honeymoon phase and you just decide, I want to get it. I want to get in here. While it's hot, I'm trying to get in. I wasted so much time doing nothing. In my previous relationship,
so you might be making a mistake. So you're basically saying that because you stayed in a relationship that you didn't want, you were unhappy, right? Mm-hmm. And you get into this new relationship,
you feel happy.
And you feel happy, but you're in the honeymoon phase, you're in the illusion stage, and then you're thinking like, this is my person because I was miserable for so long. Little do you know, 3 years later, you right back in the same situation.
So